Hello, everyone. I'm with Dr. K. Srinivasan, Dean of Crescent School of Business. Hello, sir. Can you please?
Hi, everyone.
Can you please tell us a few words about this?
Yeah. See, I head this Crescent School of Business, Chennai, which is a very young institute, but part of an established educational institution, university, kind of. It's a deemed university. So we are running this institute as a very, very different institute, which offers a management program, which is completely different from what other institutions might offer. About me, I have around, say, 27 years of experience in all, and most of it in academics. I have held positions. I started as in academics. I started as a lecturer, gone through different positions like senior lecturer, assistant professor, and currently I head the. And I also have industry experience. I was in marketing, sales and marketing. I headed strategic alliances also in education company. And so I have around 8 years of experience in industry also. So this a mix of both industry and academic experience has given me a lot of opportunities to learn many things in both running a business school as well as in teaching. So that's about me. So yeah.
Thank you, sir. Now moving on to the questions. Now the first question: being the Dean of Crescent School of Business, what is your thoughts on education industry and what makes it the best of the lot?
So I understand, you're asking how it is the best of the industries. Education industry is the best industry. That's how I take the question.
Yes.
That's how it has been put across. So I think that in any society, in any economy, education industry is very, very important because it lays the foundation for everyone in the society, foundation for the economy, in terms of the science and infrastructure and openness, curiosity, building knowledge among the people. So that's the basic industry. I feel that the most basic industry. So that's how I see education industry. Since it is the most basic industry, I think that it is the top industry. It is not just because I belong to that industry I'm saying it is top, but it's the most basic industry, and so it is the top industry.
Thank you, sir. Now moving on to the next question.
And one more thing is, you can very well observe in the society, any educated person is developed, any educated family is developed, any educated country is developed, and so development and education go together.
Okay, thank you.
And so it is the most important and top industry, I would say.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now moving on to the next question. What is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style as a dean?
I think a leader has to show the way. Okay, showing the way by being a person, one among the team, setting up the processes, setting up the right team. So build the processes, build the team, and be one among the team members, and then go for the perfect execution. It is not just the planning and the envisioning part alone, which is important, but it is also the perfect execution of whatever we dream, whatever we envision, whatever we plan is very important. And so, so the direction, execution, everything is important. Personally, I would say that I am a kind of a democratic and a participative kind of leader. More than this, I would say that I collaborate with everyone. Whether the person is at high level or at the lowest level, I try to see what is there to learn, and it's a kind of learning from the subordinates and learning from different levels, and we collaborate and work together. So I would say I'm a collaborative leader. That's my philosophy.
Thank you, sir. Now, according to you, what are the top qualities that a student must possess?
A student has to be a student, first of all. A student has to be very, very enthusiastic. I like to see very happy, enthusiastic students. Meaning enthusiasm to learn, being very open to learn new things. So I would say it's attitude, power of positive attitude. So that's very important. So any student would definitely take the extra step. Okay, so this enthusiasm and the positive attitude would result in taking the extra step. So extra step is automatically hard work, okay? Hard work and willingness to learn more. So this is what I expect. More than the skills, yes, skills are necessary, but then this determines the power of positive attitude, enthusiasm to learn, openness to learn. They should not be rigid to new things, rigid to something what the institution expects. So that's something which is it actually impediments the learning process. And so I think willingness to learn or power of positive attitude is the one which I expect from the students.
Thank you, sir. Now, how does the curriculum of Crescent School of Business ensure the best practice of industry?
Yeah, so Crescent School of Business stresses a lot in industry-oriented curriculum. It is actually built very, very organically here, meaning it just happens. How it happens? Because we bring practitioners to teach. So those who have done or those who are doing teach here. And so it's quite organic here. They bring in their curriculum, okay? They bring in their experience, they share their experience, they share their case studies. And so it's quite organic here. So apart from this, we have the regular guest lectures, and our board itself, board of advisors itself, comprises experienced people in different areas. One is an expert banker who has been with the Reserve Bank of India kind of organizations, different banks at senior level. One is a practicing advertising professional, other one is a managing director of a UK-based company. So it brings a lot of inputs into our curriculum, and I say organic here. It just happens. We are not. We take extra steps in doing all these things, but when it comes to the final curriculum development and delivery, it is quite organic.
Thank you, sir. Now, what are the measures that Crescent School of Business has taken to help students to gain the necessary skills for the industry today?
Yeah. So industry needs employable students. So actually we don't term this program, 2-year program, as a kind of degree. We term this as a kind of management development program, a 2-year management development program. Normally every top institution conducts short-term MDPs. We call this as a 2-year MDP. So it's not like a regular MD, degree programs. So this MDP, we call this as MDP because every course is practice oriented. That's how the curriculum is designed, and every course will have experiential learning component, meaning there will be project works, field work, project works in every course that makes the students in touch with the industry. Apart from that, we have taken a lot of efforts in making the students highly skilled when it comes to being industry ready. Every student is an associate member of Madras Management Association. We all know that Madras Management Association is the number one forum for practicing managers as well as management institutions. And so, being associate members of MMA, every student it is compulsory, and it is administered and managed by the school. So they become members and they participate in all the activities of MMA, and whether it is online or offline, they attend regularly. And we have a student chapter, MMA student chapter at campus, and MMA conducts programs here. So very frequently, the practicing managers are in touch with our students, or rather, our students are in touch with practicing managers. Apart from that, we have the business standard subscription for our students. Every student is given the business standard newspaper, and this, as part of this business standard, conducts leadership programs, leadership lectures. So our students attend that. So it's a regular phenomenon. And we have a process called the CPRP, Continuous Placement Readiness Program, in which, right from the first trimester, students undergo many processes, trainings, and they do many things which will help them develop their knowledge about the industry, communication skills, presentation skills, team working skills, managerial skills. So this CPRP, Continuous Placement Readiness Program, transforms the students from the first trimester, and then when they get into the second year, they are almost ready for very good placement, and they are employment ready once they get out of the campus. So that's how we ensure that our students are ready for the industry.
Thank you, sir. Now, what do you think are your roles and responsibilities to Crescent School of Business and its students are?
Yeah, so I have to, see, the thing is, we have planned all these things. It is the leadership which has to envision all this, and what is important for the faculty, what is important for the school, what should be the priority for the school, what should be the priority, and what is important for the students. The leadership is is the one which decides. So I personally take care that our students get the right input in terms of faculty, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the curriculum. So we take care in each and everything to decide. So that's the role of leadership. That's what I do. So visioning, kind of giving the direction, the implementation of all these things. I see industry integration as a priority for me, because that's where we can differentiate. That's what is important too. So bringing in contemporary curriculum, industry integration, placement readiness, and global orientation. That's another thing which we focus. And so this is a mix which we wanted to give. On one side is contemporary curriculum. On the other side, it is the skills and the placement readiness. On the other side, the globalized content and globalized orientation. So all these are planned here, and it has been effectively brought together to implement. Some of them are halfway through the implementation, so we are doing it. I think it is the leader's role to establish all this, along with very, very effective teaching learning process.
Thank you, sir. Now, you have held key positions at Kongu Engineering College, ICFI Business School, and Janssen School of Business, and now as a Dean in Crescent School of Business. From your experiences with these institutes, what are the key factors that keep you connected to the education sector?
Yeah, it's quite exciting to work with young minds. That's very important, very key. As we got old every year, we repeatedly get young minds to work with. So that's something which is very very exciting, in our profession and in our B schools. But particularly in B schools, there are a lot of things which we do. There is opportunity to do many things, not just teaching. There are club activities. There are marketing work. Strategic planning work for the institution, uh, and coaching the students to be employment ready, industry ready. So there is a wide variety of work that we do as as part of being a teacher or a professor in a B school. So executing all these things is quite exciting. And finally, when we see someone developing, whatever transformation which I've been talking about, I've been implementing, and I've been watching the students undergo the transformation process for the last 20 to 30 years. I've seen that. So I've seen people transforming, very well. From a very very ordinary background to they become very very confident and industry ready. So it's very very satisfying to see that kind of development. And when they go to industry, and when they achieve something, and when they come back and tell us that, yeah, thank you so much, sir, and this is what we are doing, and this is how we are recognized. It's a great feel for any teacher, and particularly in B school, the guys, when they achieve the business targets, and then when they grow very quickly, in the organization, it's a great field. So that is something which keeps me excited, in the education industry.
Thank you, sir. Now, are there any significant challenges you face as the Dean of Crescent School of Business?
Yeah, it is quite challenging. It is quite challenging because we launched a new program when the management education was not doing great. So our PGDM program, or now we have launched a new program called MBA Strategy. So launching a new program at this stage is really challenging, and for us to be successful, we have to differentiate, and that differentiation is something we need to create something unique for the students to understand and join and experience. So that was something very very difficult, but we had some positive things coming in our way. So we happened to put together a very very nice unique program with the global orientation, with the practice orientation, and with industry integration. So these three things came in very handy for us, and we put together a very very perfect mix, I would say. So that was very challenging. Okay, because we need to. It is not just putting together a good program, but communicating to the students, communicating to the parents, and through the right media, reaching them is also a big challenge. So I saw these as challenge, and happily we have overcome the challenge. So that is something which we are really happy about that.
Thank you, sir. Now, being the Dean of Crescent School of Business, how do you strategize about the programs and plans for the marketing and administration of your school?
Yeah, as I told you, I told you the challenge of differentiating, in critical times. So we had to be good in marketing. We had to do a good, we had to set up a good administrative team to manage both marketing as well as the other processes. So once we formulated a good unique program, the next thing was communicating or marketing to the students, the prospective students. So we had right people in the team, and we we could, I know, I would say that we took pains in identifying the right vehicles of communication, the right media of communication, and right concepts to be communicated. So these were challenges, but since we were at it and since we had enough support from our management also, we could do this. Apart from that, Crescent is a good brand. Crescent, engineering college is a very, very well-established engineering college. It started in 1984, and so our brand name also was very, very supportive for us. So with all this, we could build a very, very strong marketing campaign, which I think which we are doing it, and we are successfully doing it with the help of our management and a good team. And we follow, social media. We use online media, particularly education portals we use. So this is where today it is the online media. Youth no longer, if I meet 100 students, almost 95 say that they don't read newspapers. So it's all, even if they read newspapers, even if they read anything, it's all in the phone. And so digital presence is very, very key. And so we are there. We are there in the digital presence, and that's the connect we have with the prospective audience, prospective students.
Thank you, sir. Now, the next question. What do you think should be the Crescent School of Business's top priority over the next 10 years?
Yeah, I think that 10 years is a good period for any B school to establish itself with a good identity. So creating that identity is the priority. So I feel that Crescent School of Business should be attracting quality students, quality faculty, top quality faculty as full-time faculty, and it should be known as a highly industry integrated B school with global orientation. So I've spoken about 3-4 things: global orientation, industry integration, and we want to be we want to have top quality students and top quality faculty. So these are the areas of priority, and this will also, as a result of this, good placements. So top students, top faculty, industry integration, top of the class placements are the ones which are of priority for us in the next 10 years.
Thank you, sir. Now, any insights into how your institution is being more welcoming to the students of different races or economic background?
Yeah. So when it comes to education, it should be available for all, and any institution should be, equal opportunity provider. And so we don't have any reservation policy here. It's open. It's based on the merit, and we support. We are open to candidates from all across India or any other place in the world, and we support the needy. We facilitate bank loans. So there are most of our students take bank loans and study, and so we try to support in every way. So first thing is opportunity, equal opportunity for anyone in terms of the admission process, and then we provide support, whatever support is required to help them to get loans, bank loans.
Thank you, sir. Now, the education system in India and other foreign countries are structured very differently. In your experience, what can an inbound student gain from studying here in Crescent School of Business?
Yeah. So, are you talking about international students?
Yes, sir. An inbound international student.
Okay.
What can
Inbound international
what are the
students.
benefits he can get from Crescent School of Business?
Okay. Okay. See, basically, India itself is people say that it is a country which has many countries inside. So it's what we have called this as unity in diversity. No, it's a very very diverse country. So we have so many countries here, so many cultures here, different religions. So it's it's not a monotonous market. It's a highly heterogeneous market. So this heterogeneity presents a great opportunity for any inbound student to learn new things. So that's about India. As I told you, Crescent School of Business is very open to having students from all across. And so that diversity in the students, although we don't have diversity as of now, not much, because although we have students from southern states, we would like to be a strong regional brand and national brand and global brand going forward. I think that this learning from a diverse set of students is something which is very revealing for any foreign student. Second, the curriculum is structured in a way that every course provides some opportunity to interact with local markets or the Indian markets. And so being in touch with the industry, being in touch with the market, practice orientation is something which will facilitate any foreign student to learn about the tough markets. I think learning in India, for information, across the industries, across the companies, global companies, MNCs, people are competing for positions in India. They want to work in India because India is, markets among it's big market and with diverse market, and so they want to work in India to learn the diversity, to learn the tough markets, which will be very very handy, to deal any, to work in any market, to handle any situation. So studying here, doing something with Indian markets, Indian customers, in terms of practice-oriented projects, will be really helpful for any inbound student to work in any market.
Thank you, sir. Now, according to you, what do you see as Crescent School of Business's greatest strength?
The greatest strength, I would say, it is the decentralized management structure, freedom to experiment, freedom to envision, and freedom to execute are the strengths of present ecosystem. So that is the strength for Crescent School of Business. So unlike institutions which are bound by the larger affiliating universities, here there is freedom to experiment, freedom to envision, freedom to execute. So I think that is the strength. So with this strength, I think we can establish our own independent processes. We can establish a great team, which is congenial to achieve whatever we want to achieve. So I think that's the strength. and we give freedom to the faculty. We give freedom to the students also to flower on their own, to experiment whatever is required. So that's something which is quite rare to find.
Thank you, sir. Now, when you first came to Crescent School of Business, what was your vision for the institution? Has it evolved over time? And how far along in implementing that vision are you?
Now, my vision for Crescent School of Business comes from the vision of the institute and vision of the management. We wanted to establish a different B school, a premier B school in Chennai. And we have already created a name for Crescent School of Business as a B school with some difference, B school with industry integration. So that's the identity which we wanted to create, and we are progressing in implementing our vision. I'm just less than 2-year-old here, and we are well on our path in implementing, in realizing this vision. So definitely going forward, I think we will realize whatever we wanted to realize through our vision. So I would say it is so 30% we are 30% through it.
Thank you, sir. Now the final question: any suggestions that you would like to give to the current youth and aspiring students?
Yeah, so I think today the new generation, millennials, expect instant gratification, anything, quick solutions. Willingness to work a little hard seems to be on the wane. So that is something which I would stress on them. To be ready to work hard. At the same time, as I told you earlier, there should be willingness. There should be willingness to learn among the young people, and there should be, as I told, so willingness to hard work, to put in some extra efforts, comes through following some processes, enjoying the processes, the procedures, enjoying the paths of work. So that means that there is no shortcut. There is no quick fix solutions. So we need to undergo the process. We need to be patient enough to go through the process. Wet ourselves, our feet in the waters, get dirty in the soils, in the shop floors, learn the tricks, and then become successful. So you can't jump the processes and go. And so be open to learn new things. Be open to don't be rigid. That's what I would say. So in effect, I would say again, it is the positive attitude to learn new things, and willingness to work hard, and willingness to go through the processes, enjoying the process so that the fruits are happy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wise words.